Underrated, properly rated,
Let's
and
do
we're
it.
going to focus on the Steelers rookies.
Absolutely.
From
Let's
last
knock it
season.
out. I'm with it.
Chase Claypool.
Properly rated.
Properly rated. I'm
think
going
properly.
I'm going underrated.
I don't think he's underrated for me personally, just because number one, he was still impactful. He still had the stats. He was still one of the focal points. I think the biggest thing was them just trying to figure out how to best utilize him between if the issues were with the protection or if it was with Ben's arm strength going downfield. That's why I think it's properly rated, because we're not looking at him as a megastar right now. We think he has the potential for that, but I don't think he's shown enough to be in the conversation of like your Justin Jefferson just yet, right? Obviously, Justin was the focal point up there, right? He got a lot more attention. So that's why, to me, I think that he's kind of right where he's supposed to be, but he can easily, take that next step depending on how this quarterback situation plays out. I think that he could definitely do that, though, next year.
I think that's why I got underrated. I think people might be sleeping a little bit. I think he could be, I don't know. There's a lot of good receivers in this class, but he could definitely eventually be like the top one or two. Jefferson's on a good pace, but maybe he could be a solid number two out of that group. I mean, there's other good receivers, but that's what I mean. I think people are sleeping.
Class, man.
I think people are sleeping. So Claypool, I got underrated.
Because for me, you got to think about this, right? Was Claypool the leading receiver on the team?
Technically not.
So just think about in terms of how we view our Steeler receivers right now. Not even throwing out the numbers. When we talked about the receivers this year, it's what, man? You got Juju, right? Juju's the guy. We talk about Deontay, and then you go and you start talking about your Claypools, right? That's where he kind of gets in that conversation. To me, the fact that he's the third option amongst Steeler Nation in terms of how we view him, but
See, that's the thing.
But no. But think about this though. If he's still the third option from a statistics standpoint, or even from a how we view him standpoint, but he still was talked about nationally, if anything, a lot of people might even be saying he's a little bit overrated just because of the attention that he was getting. That's the only thing.
Well, that makes sense why you have him properly rated. That he
Right.
kind of fits the mold, just right in between there.
Yeah.